first 3 months of being the music director here, I was the only person. I was sitting down there with the keyboards.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't up on the stage until another 6 months, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's still dragging. I'm sorry. It feels slow to me. Not to you guys.
It's the same pace as it's been through the whole thing.
I just feel like it needs to be a little bit more of a kick.
They didn't do kick in the 70s.
Pardon me?
They didn't do kick in the 70s. Hello.
Well, I
England
think,
I think just faster is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I
Does it
think-
feel slow to you?
yeah,
It feels slow tempo-wise.
I thought, I think I agree with Ethan, I don't think we were slowing down, but maybe it is too slow. So you just want to start a little faster, I think.
I think it's slow.
Yeah.
What's that?
For me, it's slow.
So I feel like we should go like this. Name your price, a ticket to paradise. I can't stay here anymore, and I've looked high and low. I've been from shore to shore to shore. If there's a shortcut, I just love that. But there is no easy way around that.
Such a concert pitch. I brought my tuning pedal today to try that out. Because the thing that's nice is when I activate it, it turns the bass off and no one knows I'm tuning.
Nice.
I'm not fool around clipping it and on hold pins.
I have that on an amp and it really confuses me sometimes. Why isn't it working?
All right, let's do God is my source. Play right. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. didn't work? He's like, yeah, I can.
I know it's coming soon, I know it's coming soon, I know it's coming soon.
What would a better chord be to end that? I tried E minor 7. E minor 7 didn't play out well. I also tried C minor 7. Oh my God, I didn't try that. Shine on us all, so as we love is the end. I like that. C minor 7, how's that? So the A minor 7 is the last chord?
C minor.
I'm sorry, excuse me, C major 7.
The majors.
Happy Halloween. Didn't have much of a time to say much to the camera prior to getting going. Today I brought pedals. One was my tuning pedal. The thing that's nice about it is there's a jack where if you activate the tuning pedal, then it doesn't send any signal to the amp. Therefore, people are none the wiser that I'm tuning, which is better than that clippy thing. I still brought it, which is nice because the guitar player forgot his, and it's a multi tuner for different instruments, so he used my tuner, so glad I had that to have on hand. And I also brought a compressor pedal. Not to impugn the sound guys, because I was looking at the board to see what the bass is set for, and it's reasonably flat, like slightly favoring the bass tones. But my Tascam and my phone tend to translate the bass as mud, and I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So I want to see if I can kind of cut through the mud today. So we'll see what happens. I don't normally record the service, but I'm going to do it this time to kind of cross-reference. People lurking behind me. So that's the news. We will have a pretty straightforward service today, so we'll see how it goes. All right, while I'm waiting for the service to start, there's a point I want to make is whenever I'm confronted with a new song, what I tend to do is just play the roots and very little else. I tried to throw some flash in during the rehearsal and it didn't pan out very well because in the run of play, like the safety move is to play the roots and just leave it at that. And if you can get anything else out of it in the time allotted, then great. But it's not to say like I can't possibly play. So I get really down on myself because I'm capable of so much more on the bass than just playing root notes, but sometimes that's the job. So especially when you're new to gigging and everything, or you're getting into that mode, and especially if you're doing it for someone else as opposed to like you're forming your own band. It's completely legit to start with root notes and just kind of build from there. So here's what I thought about while I was sitting here waiting for the service to start. If you're amongst people you don't really know, you might be more kind of shy and reserved and kind of feel them out and get a sense of who everyone is. And then as you spend more and more time together, then you'll loosen up. So God is my source in the beginning, at the beginning of the month, is not the God is my source at the end of the month. So I didn't add a lot to it, but I'm more confident in what I'm playing. And I just feel like based on a month worth of practicing the song and then performing it, that the bass line is where it needs to be. Kind of no more, no less. But you got to get used to the material. And so if I absolutely played just nothing but the root and nothing else, I mean, it would work. It wouldn't be particularly interesting, but it would work. But that's kind of what happened in the beginning. I didn't start with just playing the root, but I played something extremely stripped down relative to what it is now. And I think now it's more tonally and sonically accurate. So with that being the case, it's just got more drive. Enough that every single week the music director's like, I love that bass line. Me too. So here he comes. All right, now that he went away. So that's my tip for the week is, you know, start small, work your way up. You know, don't feel pressured like you've got to play every note on the fretboard right out of the gate. Start with the roots, build up. And again, the more accomplished you are, then maybe you can throw more flash in right away, but it's all relative to experience and confidence level. But some of it, like especially if it's a song I just know nothing about, like today, there's a song I just know nothing about. We were given nothing except not even the sheet music, just the chord chart. I'm like, we'll explain it later. So I really couldn't practice it because I don't know like how it goes. I don't know what the tempo is. I know what the chords are, so I kind of at least did some pre-fingering on the bass to kind of get an idea of what notes I'd choose, and then of course in the run of play now it's not quite it. So I have it more figured out now, but it's just very stripped down. But it's kind of a stripped down song, so that's fine. Anyway, yeah, this is like a really thrilling video. I'm not powered by a whole bunch of coffee today, so what can I say? All right, well, on to a good service this week, he hoped.
Good morning, everyone. Our band today consists of Ethan on bass, Phil on drums, Guillermo on guitar, and of course our wonderful AV team today is David and Roquet. So this is the last time we'll sing this song this month. This is God is My Source. Feel free to stand and dance and do whatever you like. Happy Halloween, by the way. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
songs in the service. The first half went well. Featured song, it seems like the featured song is always a stumbling block for me in some kind of way. In this instance, I did pretty darn good. It's just the very end. We kept going back and forth about what to end on, and I was just so in the rotation of the 4 chords that I ended on the wrong note, so I just kind of slid up. It seemed intentional. I'd say easily half of the congregation is in costume, including 2 people who are wearing sheets over their head with sunglasses as their, I guess, cool ghosts because they have their hats on backwards. It's very hard to take this seriously when I see that, which is actually kind of good. My thought was, well, I guess they found a way to sleep through the service, but they're engaged. I could see them clapping their hands under their sheets. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like playing in front of other people, I think it's a good experience though, is that to have different looks and different energy. I'm never like terrified up there. It's just more a matter of like, am I doing a good job? Am I hitting the right notes? So to have everybody all kind of in costume, or enough people in costume, it just loosens up the air a little bit, I think. So now we have the second half to do, and then we're out. There's not going to be a lot of video this time. I'm not going to record the second half of the service, just because it's another moving part. I've got to get home immediately after this, so I'll try to wrap things up before the video is out. But yeah, good service. It's nice getting paid. Oh, before I forget, I didn't realize the amp volume was off during rehearsal. It was all PA. So when I turned the amp volume on, I had the compressor pedal on. Oh boy, do you know I'm there. So I had to make some adjustments during the second song there because I was kind of overpowering everything. Because it was like the opposite. I went from either like, you can't hear me, as far as I'm concerned in the recording, or it's mud. Now it's like, oh, I'm very resonant, I'm very there. So the tone is the ongoing battle.